Hello everybody! We do have a couple of cards that we don't usually want until later, but I guess we'll just keep it and see what happens. So, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis, and we have made a new deck. We tend to do that every day, at least once. And if this is going to be mono-red aggro, they might just get us. Because Hercule's Final Meditation is not meant to be used till much later. Only have 2 copies of that in the deck, but as is usual sometimes, the magic algorithm reverts back to its original form and gives you the most powerful card in your deck at the very beginning, ensuring that for the next 7 or 8 turns it's going to be a useless card in your hand. But in case you haven't spotted the pattern already in our hand, X-Spell, 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 X-Spell. We are using a Mindsplice apparatus deck. I had so much fun with the spinning apparatus deck, the blue and green last time, I thought I'd move over to blue and red. And what can we do here? We could take control of somebody, maybe. We need one more for that. We could kill somebody. Creatures only. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do 2 damage to target creature, and we're going to choose target player. Target me. Get rid of etching. Auto pay. We're going to discard that one because it's just way too out of line. Get another land, which is probably better for us right now. Opponent does nothing. Well, that's an instant, so we will do nothing because we have Syncopate. They have something in their hand that holds up priority. What could it be? What would be ideal is if they used all 5 mana. I could use both Flame Discharge and Syncopate in the same turn. Save me some damage. That's a Ronin. Okay, we'll let that come down. And we'll kill it, if our opponent will let us. So that was what was holding up priority, was the fact that they could channel that card, perhaps? My second Hercule's Final Meditation. Thanks a lot, Magic. You're a pal. Okay, that one we Syncopate. That gets exiled, so we don't have to worry about Ryu. They still get to hit us. The one problem with blue, if you can't counter enough of their stuff, they get one thing down that stays, you're in trouble. Alright, do we take it, or do we draw? Let's gamble. I want some cards! That's lovely. I like all of those. Sorcery versus instant. Sorcery. X damage to target creature. Choose target player. We're just gonna do 1. We'll target me. Deal damage to you. And since Hercule's Final Meditation is still coming up too early, we're gonna discharge that one. Discharge, discard, whatever. And then we have Flame Discharge if we need to use Flame Discharge. We are ready to stop taking damage, aren't we? Transcendent Message is an instant. And we could do what? Draw one card with it this way? We'll wait. I have not got a single mindless apparatus. I've gone through 20 cards. The whole reason for the deck. All 4 of them are going to be the last 4 cards. Okay, this is why we held on to Flame Discharge. Specifically so that goes away and we don't have to worry about double strike. And let's see. Let's take all of our mana. What in the world just happened to my computer? Wow, that took a long time. Anyway. We'll pay the 5/7 total to get a 5/5 Magma Pummeler down. They might have removal. They just destroy it. I was supposed to keep it under 4, huh? Nice to know now. Oh no. They've got a haster. How much is that? 5? Okay. That's good. Because now I've got a double. And one of them is untapped. The problem is if they have direct damage, we're still dead. And they have Play with Fire. Out of all of that, I just finally felt like we'd steadied the platform, so to speak. It would have been a lot better if we'd gotten one Mindsplice apparatus out of all of that. We could have drawn some more cards already. It would have been great. I have no idea what is going on with my computer. See, oh, is my opponent still trying to scry? We're still waiting on my opponent to scry. That's what happened. That's a lot of lag today. Oh well. We'll go in and show you the deck. And we should do better as long as we do get one copy of Mindsplice apparatus out. Anyway, before I forget, this is Travis. Welcome to Tpull's Corner. Remember to like and subscribe. The red Mindsplice, because we already did the spinning apparatus with green. And because the contrarian in me wants to stay away from the white and black because everybody else already did that. And I know that because I looked into Mindsplice apparatus when it first came out. Flash, artifact, 4 mana. Beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each oil counter on Mindsplice apparatus. This card was made for me. I am part of the Johnny Psychographic, as they've identified them at Wizards of the Coast. I like to create things. I like to show off what the cards can do. And I've always been wanting to do an X deck. Just pile a whole bunch of X spells into one deck as much as I can. And there were limits back in the day. We've had X spells ever since Alpha. So we're getting close to 30 years of my history with this game. Not consecutive. I didn't spend all 30 years playing the game, but it's going back almost 30. Magic itself is 30 years old now. It's very strange to see a card game last long enough and to still refresh itself, you know, so it's not like a game of solitaire or anything like that. But to see a card game that is now older than half of my lifespan. Anyway, here's what we've got. We've got 1 witness protection in case they put down like a Sheoldred and I don't want to lose life every time I draw a card. We've got March of the Swirling Mist to phase out creatures. We've got 4 syncopates, of course. every blue card, I think, is part of the same blue shell as I did for the blue-green spinning apparatus deck. So we're going through all the blue cards first. Blue Sun's Twilight to take one of their creatures away. Silver Scrutiny, 2 of those for drawing cards. 1 Devious Cover-Up, so I can get some of those instants and sorceries back, as well as Counterspell. 1 Transcendent Message to work with Silver Scrutiny for my other choice to draw cards. 1 Invoke the Winds. It operates sort of like a Blue Sun's Twilight, but this also can work on artifacts, which could be important. My 4th draw card spell, Cosmic Epiphany. I'm counting the 2 Silver Scrutinies as the first 2. Draw cards equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. We've got 2 Hullbreaker Horrors, which can be a win condition. And we've got 2 Hurtle's Final Meditation that return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands and you end the turn. It can be an interesting kind of counterspell. It does have the drawback of resetting my Mindsplice apparati if I have to bring those back out. For a dual color, I have from Phyrexia, All Will Be One, Ovika, Enigma Goliath. It's a 6/6 flying creature with ward 3. The ward cost is you have to pay 3 life if you're going to target it. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an X/1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature tokens where X is the mana value of that spell. So if I cast a Cosmic Epiphany, I'm going to get 6/1/1 goblins. They gain haste. It's awesome. I should work that into a valet deck. Anyway, the other red cards. Flame Discharge deals X damage to creature or planeswalker. Light Up the Night, X damage to any target. March of Reckless Joy, you can exile any number of red cards from your hand to reduce the cost, but it costs 2 less for each card exiled that way. Exile the top X cards of your library. You can play up to 2 cards until the end of your next turn. Mishra's Command, 4 of those. You got 4 choices. We're usually doing X damage to target creature and or planeswalker, although sometimes I like to discard the cards that are too expensive for me right now, early on. 2 Torch Breaths, those can't be countered, and they cost less if you target a blue permanent. 1 Magma Pummeler, that is an X spell that doesn't help me if I have Mindsplice Apparatus out because it's a creature, but I can still get a big creature out that way. And 1 Red Sun's Twilight, destroy up to X target artifacts. If X is 5 or more for each artifact destroyed this way, you create a token that's a copy of it. Those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. And that's about it. That's the deck. Let's look at the lands. We got 4 Autonomous Furnaces for draw cards, Surgical Bay for drawing 2 of the Ottawaras like usual, 1 Plaza of Heroes to protect Vika, 1 Field of Ruin, 1 Crystal Grotto for scrying, and anything else. 1 Sekenzan if I want to discard for a couple of 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. That's about it. Let's go in and see if we can actually find a Mindsplice Apparatus. You could see if we hadn't been up against so much haste damage and direct damage that we were getting to a place where we were just about ready to take over the game. And that's always the struggle when red is involved, isn't it? Can you beat them to the punch fast enough that you still have enough life left? And it's possible I have too many tapped lands. Get in there. Could be working to delay me too much. Our opponent is Malice 3, 4, 5, 7. Let's see what else we got coming up. That is way too early for Ovika. Yes, I wish you a good game as well. For someone named Malice, they're very friendly. Let's see, what do we want to do? I think we want the ability to syncopate more than putting down our tap lands. 2 syncopates, let's make them good. Hey, look, it's a Mindsplice Apparatus. This could be fun. Uh-oh. Phyrexians? We knew that already, didn't we? Okay, we've got instants, we've got flash, we wait. We make them wonder if we have another counterspell. Incubate 2, then transform a token. And I messed up, didn't I? I was waiting for it to attack, and I just clicked right on through. What is this? Disgusting. Alright. Let's go ahead and destroy that thing. My turn. Let's do Mindsplice. I'm okay with taking a little bit of damage here. The question is, do I keep that or do I use it? I feel like I need to use it. They haven't missed a land draw yet. Ooh, they have Lisa. Alright, we are taking away Glissa. We will go ahead and incubate twice ourselves. Take that. Aww. Whatever. That's hurtful. Oh, nice. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 5, right? Those are all artifacts? Let's do it. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. Auto pay. All of them are destroyed. I can't really pay to activate them though, can I? I don't have enough left. Yeah, well. They're all exiled. That is a nice way to defeat the incubate problem. One more hit, that's all you're gonna get. And they're drawn because they basically shot their wad. They did what they could. Now it's gonna be my turn. You go away. And let's do it this way. Is not willing to trade. Here's why we kept Flame Discharge. We do not get to beef anybody up. Okay, we're kind of running out of stuff. So let's do this. Can't really use Light Up the Night. Ah! We put it out unprotected. It was a gamble. And that Ozolith is going to be the death of us, possibly. Alright. We can go ahead and make sure that you're trapped on the ground. It's just a 3/3. And then we got to go get some more cards. And then we got to go get some more cards. Aha! Gain 5 life and incubate 5 and transform. They seem like they have more mana than I do. They're willing to make those trades. I think you have reach, so let's get rid of you. Syncopate does not help me as much. So we draw 6. Down a land. We're going to deal damage to target creature. And discard. We'll do 6 again. Target me. Deal 6 damage to the big one. Discard up to 6 cards. We'll discard 1. And we're done. Oh no. That's a terrible card. How much? 3, 4, 5, 6? So we need 7. We will do that. I have to block. And how do we get rid of you? I think by drawing 7 more cards, for starters. Yes, that will work out nicely. And then 5 damage, choose target player, select a value for X. We choose 5, target me, target you. And how many do I have in my hand? 9 cards? These are all useful, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of 2. There we go. And we're done. We'll discard you and discard you. Now I'm in a similar place where if they have any kind of direct damage or haste, I'm in trouble. They've got black, white, and green so far. And they don't exactly have... Hello. Incubate 3 times? No! Give me a Syncopate, give me a Hole Breaker, and give me a Flame Discharge. Thank you. Yes, shuffle those in. And now we feel pretty good. Now we feel so good, don't we? Done. Land. Ha! We'll break our horror in response to your land. It's good to be me. What are you going to do there? What good will that do? Can they turn something into an artifact later? Auto pay. Yeah, return you up there. That'd be perfect. Thank you. They're going to cycle it. Okay, we'll let you cycle that. That's fine. You're going to love my next move. Land? Pass? Draw some cards. How many do we want to draw? 2, 5? 5's enough. Return permanent to owner's hand. Perfect. And that costs 7. We're going to gain control of target creature. Because that gives us 2 target creatures. Ah! Oh yeah. If you're not going to put a creature down, I will. In the meantime, that can come down. We'll just decline this. You don't have anything on the field for us to worry about. And we end the turn. That's a sorcery. We can't do anything with that. We can't syncopate. They could gain 5 life. Or they could if we didn't have syncopate. Can you pay 10? You don't have that much land. What else you got? Swamp cycling? Okay. And they leave. Before I was going to go draw 14 more cards. That worked out a little better because we actually had our key card show up. I've seen some analysis, I think early on when Mindsplice apparatus first came out, that they were thinking that maybe you wouldn't have enough tempo in the game to waste putting down a 4-mana spell that didn't do anything the same turn. That you weren't forwarding the game state. I don't think that they considered exactly what we were doing here, what the potential was. If you're not facing mono red, or an ultra fast deck, if you do have a turn do it, you can get it done. This might be an auto loss. They gave us one of the most powerful cards in the deck, did not give us any blue mana, whereas they automatically go get the specific color they want right away. And they give me the special land that I want to keep and use for something else. Let's go ahead and use that now, because we do have a syncopate. So if they max out, we can still stop whatever they're going to do. Increased odds of having problems with this. Let's go ahead and we'll syncopate that. Use it while we got it. Devious Cover-Up is perfect. I do like having extra land right now. We need to get to at least 7 for the whole Breaker Horror. And I think we stop that. And we put Syncopate back in our deck. That does shuffle, so it rendered our earlier deal irrelevant, but we still got a land, and this one was an untapped land this time. And Mindsplice apparatus comes down. And now the fun starts. They don't have anything for us to use the sorcery on, so we just get ready to get rid of any creatures they put down. I think because they have more than 100 cards, maybe they made it without having enough land? What is this? Okay, hello. 46 minutes, okay. Okay, back. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call. Let's see. What do I want to do with this thing? Draw a card. It's a 1/4. Do I want to do anything to it? I think I'm okay with that being there, aren't I? It's a 1/4. It's a rat. That one's kind of gross. They might have a counterspell, but this can't be countered. See if they have another spell that preserves it. Fading Hope. No. Flame Discharge. That means their 1/4 gets to hit me. Never mind, they're not going to attack. Okay, getting closer to the amount of mana that I need. Ah. I gotta discard stuff, huh? Let's see. We can deal 4 damage, right? Target player, target me. I don't want to actually get rid of anything that I have. And now we can syncopate anything that they do. Each player mills 3 cards, then you return 2 cards. No. I was hoping for an instant or a draw spell. I've got enough draw spells in here. Grafted Butcher. Let's see. Return Grafted Butcher from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Aha! We're going to do the same thing. Always have to target the player first. Don't need to discard anything. We're just doing creature removal. Just taking out the trash. What's the most expensive thing they've had so far? The battle itself? Yep, the battle itself. Oh, I can't put that down. I actually can't put that down. That's the one land that does not help me right this second. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw. Another Mindsplice. Okay. Another land. Pass. I want to see if they put out a more dangerous creature. They should attack first. That's what they should do. Are you going to attack me? They're leaving the battle alone when I have extra cards in my hand. Okay. Seriously? Alright, we're just taking this then. Thank you, Magic. All I need is this one right now. We're far enough in the game. Before I had 0 at the first start. Now you won't stop giving them to me. And I can't seem to crack 7 lands still. We are both having a bit of an issue with the lands, aren't we? Full hand of cards. They're going to have 5 untapped mana next turn. Were they looking at my graveyard? Aha, they used Blue Sun's Twilight to get their own creature back. Fun. Alright, now I'm officially out of ammo. To protect the horror, I would need access to 11 regular lands at this point to use that to save it. So I can't necessarily put it out. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still don't have enough. This may have to be the last battle. It's taken a long time here. They got 7 cards each time. They're stopping to think about what they're going to do. And I really need one of my draw spells to show up. I've got about 5 different things that it could do.
For the sake of the future, I will defend the past.
We'll just get rid of the Planeswalker now.
Who's that handsome devil?
Yeah, no, I forgot about that. Now I'm going to lose the horror anyway. Right? Or no, I don't actually lose it. But it deals 2 damage, yeah? Still no draw spell. You little pukes. Let's go look for something. Okay. That will actually work. We'll just do this. End the turn, everything goes back up. They have 9 cards they have to discard 2. They should discard the Voidwing. And since we did this, we exiled the card that was on the stack, so Jace actually got exiled. Okay, so that does not help me. We have to start over with all the Mindsplice apparati. Okay, we'll get rid of those two. And syncopate. Okay. Can't believe I don't have more than 7 lands. I've gone through half the deck. I have the regular number of lands. There have been 0 draw spells. And I'm still stuck at 7 lands. This is incredible. Syncopate. Mindsplice apparatus. Because we can afford it. And the poison is growing now. And a land. Thanks a ton. All my draw spells are in the second half of my deck. Two undead butlers in a row. And now they have lifelink. And they have 4 mana free, so this is probably a bunch of removal spells, yeah? Thank you! Was that so hard? Here's all the rest of my draw spells. Flame Discharge. They have a counterspell. Wow! That's impressive. What else can I do? 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. Target player, target you, submit 0. Discard 2. 20 cards left. Player mills 10. Hey! Uh-oh. I don't have a way to stop that, do I? What did they find in that 10? They found nothing. What did they find in your 10? They found Vraska. Get some choices in there, don't they? Yep, they choose Vraska.
All are cared for in Phyrexia's ranks. Join us. Patience. We will win.
Yeah, let's draw 3. That'll work. My turn. Play the land. Light up the night. We only need it to be 6. Get rid of you.
I am always lurking in the
7.
shadows.
Perfect. 8. And let's just bring it down now. Come on through. I'm not blocking your 1/1 Death Toucher. You've got to have removal by now, right? They're thinking. All right. What do we want to do? I think we want to do a Blue Sun's Twilight. Make it 5, gain control of you. It gives us double. Return non-permanent to its owner's hand. So we return you. We get you, we get 2 of you. They can draw a card, that's fine. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we can still do this. And we return you to the owner's hand. Attack with the Hullbreaker Horror. And we got 5 cards left. Can we get it done? 8 poison. They still got 97 more cards to go through in their deck. We've got lethal damage already if we can keep all of our creatures on the board. They haven't been able to transform this again. Invasion of Innistrad. Target creature an opponent controls gets 13/13 until end of turn. Okay. Large Reckless Joy. Let's just do 0. Confirm 0. Select red cards to exile. No. And return permanent to its owner's hand. Saved it. Didn't draw a card. So we're invading Eldraine and we're invading Innistrad. Alright! Now's where the fun starts. Bring it down! Draw some... No, we don't want to use that one, actually. We don't want to use that one. We can do a Flame Discharge. Get rid of the Death Toucher. Return you to the owner's hand. And that should be enough. Sometimes they can take a while, especially against larger decks. And I do have to slow down a little bit to think through everything that I want to do. And it took us a long time to get draw spells, but this is the advantage that Mindsplice Apparatus does. By the time we got to the draw spell, the X in it got me a ton of spells. And then I could just afford to throw stuff away. There could be a case to stacking this, especially if you're afraid of coming up against the mill deck strategy, that there might be room, you could argue, for even more cards in this deck. In which case, if I was going to do more, I might include more copies of Devious Cover-Up so that I could counter existing spells and recycle some of my stuff back into the deck. So that's a possibility. I might be willing to do that. But Urkel's Final Meditation actually came in really handy in case people were worried about casting a 7-cost card that can actually cast 10 to cast on your opponent's turn. We got it down with the Mindsplice Apparatus, so it was only 3 blue. So by the time we needed it, we didn't have to worry about the cost. We did have to reset all the Mindsplice Apparatus each time we put another one down, but you saw we can get it done. So that's why Urkel's Final Meditation is in there. 2 copies. And Red Sun's Twilight proved worthwhile, right? And sometimes we can cast these X's for 0, and it still works with Hullbreaker Horror to disrupt whatever the opponent's doing. So, you know, you keep seeing all these Mindsplice Apparatus decks, and they're like blue-white, or they're blue, white, and black. Now we've shown how you can use some X spells in green and red to really good effect. I think I might just do a mono blue one as well. But we're going to go through the entire color pie with Mindsplice Apparatus because it is designed for me. It was one of my favorite cards, and I like this deck. Let me know what you think of the deck. As always, what you would do different. Remember to like and subscribe. This has been Travis for Tpull's Corner. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.